Namaste, Mitron. Welcome back to Movie Community College. मेरा नाम Tish है, the Warrior Queen.
Hello, I'm the professor. If you're new, you probably just unsubscribed with this intro. You said this guy's weird. What's going on? Casey Ho fam.
If you're new, I urge you to take a long spin around our channel because there are lots of new people who are saying, react to this, react to that.
Can you react to Sholay? Dude.
Somebody asked us
Can
to
you
react
tell us
to
how you started
Piku.
doing videos?
Somebody asked for Piku. Somebody asked for Namaste London.
Can you react?
And I was like,
have you ever
we've
heard of
already done
Karolina
those.
Goswami?
Somebody did ask, you should react to Karolina Goswami videos, and I said, we have a lot of them on our channel.
Yes.
So
Go
if you're new,
peruse.
go take a look around the channel. You will find all kinds of things that you have likely already asked us to react to.
Speaking of Karolina Goswami,
We have a new one.
she's a young lady.
Yes, she is.
A
Very
young
good,
adult.
dear.
She's a young adult.
That's true.
Can I call her a young adult?
Yes, why wouldn't you?
Her husband's very handsome,
You always say that.
and he makes beautiful furniture.
You always say that.
Beautiful
As well.
furniture.
Okay, what do we have, dear?
It is Israel's media
Oh, very nice.
reacting to the LAC
Okay,
standoff
good
between
deal.
China and India.
Okay, thank you.
The situation between India and China is still very tense. If things escalate further, many are wondering how other countries are going to react, especially those countries which India has a good relationship with. One of those countries could be Israel, a nation which has an important strategic partnership with India. According to the Israeli analyst Seth Fransman, in general, India has very good relations with countries that Israel has good relations
sense.
with, including South Korea, Japan, Singapore, and also Gulf states that Israel shares interests with, such as the UAE and Saudi Arabia. He adds that Israel's continued integration into India's economy, especially joint venture defense deals and working with the Make in India approach of defense manufacturing, indicates the future that will see greater Israel, India, and US cooperation on defense technology
baby.
and potentially strategic issues. But then he also says that, at the same time, Israel will continue to have relations with China and look keenly on China's growing economic clout. As far as Israel's China policy is concerned, it is mostly about economic, scientific, and technological cooperation, while avoiding activities that angers the US. Yes, the real pressure on Israel is from America, and not from India, but at some stage, this may change. It should be noted that China even became Israel's largest trade partner and one of the top sources of foreign investment. Some have even suggested that if Israel continues to deepen its ties with China, at some stage it may be forced to choose between America and China. But will Israel want to choose
That's an easy
China
choice.
if America also brings India with it?
Yeah.
The
right.
2015 Haifa port deal has granted a Chinese company to operate the Israeli port for 25 years. This made America so upset that it even went on to say that it may not be able to continue joint naval exercises with Israel in the same fashion if it continues to go ahead with the Chinese Haifa port management project. In January 2019, Mike Pompeo said that if Israel does not reduce cooperation with China, the US might reduce intelligence sharing and co-location of
sense.
security facilities. America and Israel have had two confrontations in relation to the transfer of Israeli military technology to China. It is well known that Israel played a role in modernizing China's military. According to former director of the Central Intelligence Agency, R. James
remember
Woolsey,
him.
Israel has sold advanced military technology to China for more than a decade. Mr. Woolsey said this in the early 90s. After the sale of the Falcon AWACS to China was cancelled back in 2000, the USA put pressure on Israel to not sell any military equipment to Beijing. Today, the US is worried that China will eventually obtain access to the lines of communication that the US utilizes to communicate intelligence with Israel. These concerns are mostly because China is building almost all of Israel's infrastructure, including tunnels, ports, roads, and trains, in addition to various others.
What could go wrong?
It is important to point out that China also sells weapons technology to Israel's Middle Eastern adversaries. Shouldn't this concern Israel?
Yes.
According to Fransman, economic power is rapidly shifting to Asia, and Western countries are becoming more chaotic and unstable. Israel's key alliance is with the US, But Israel's key relationships are also in Asia, and they will continue to be. He adds that India and China are key countries, and Israel wants a growing strategic partnership with India and amicable relations with China. So, if Israel does go that way, it will remind us of the saying, nations have no permanent allies, only permanent interests. See you
Yeah,
again.
I mean, that is a true statement. It makes sense, of course, that Israel would want to have strategic partnerships with countries in Asia because, of course, Israel is technically part of the continent of Asia. So that absolutely makes sense. It also makes sense that America would say, if you want to continue a strategic relationship with us, you got to watch what you're doing with China because we can't take the chance that things are going to fall into their hands. So, yeah, I think Israel would have a choice to make there. And certainly Israel wants to have a partnership with India. America's in favor of that. We don't have any issue whatsoever with that because India, Israel, and America are all peace-loving, freedom-loving countries. So it would make sense that Israel would say, yeah, I think I'd rather have that alliance.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. And America is a huge backer of Israel. I
No
don't
question.
They
No
won't go against
question.
America.
Nope.
Not at all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Karolina, for a great video.
Yep. As always.
And we'll catch you guys later. Peace and much love.
Bye.
Hello guys, this is Kareem. I hope you're doing well. And as you know, the professor has resisted Patreon for a long time. But now is the time for Movie Community College to offer Patreon. And you may be asking, why now? Well, for several reasons. One, we want to make documentaries, and those have a cost to them. Two, we want to make short films, and those also will have a cost to them as well. Three, we're going to take legal action, all the proper precautions to do reaction videos. So if you're excited about this and you want to get some amazing swag from Movie Community College and some awesome rewards, then definitely help support Movie Community College by checking out the Patreon link below this video.